What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Darkest Dungeon. My name is Splattercat, and I'm happy to have you here today. We are going to do a veteran mission today, and I'm pretty excited about it. I think this is going to go really, really well for us. I can't promise that it will, but I can hope that it will, and sometimes that's just as good. Since we have no stress, I'm going to put him in the third slot, and then we're going to bring Macalt as our final one. I don't have a lot to upgrade people. They all have abilities right now. We haven't upgraded their armor, but the rewards are pretty good, and I'd like to see how this goes. We can always run away if it doesn't go very well, so let's provision ourselves. I promised in the previous episode that we would get moving as quickly as possible, and I am more than willing to adhere to that. We'll take 12. Give me... That'll work. A little bit overstocked right now, but I'd rather be overstocked than understocked. Let's be on our way. And we are. I think that for right now, we're just going to rush. Actually, with the layout of the dungeon, it appears as though we're not really going to have much of an option. Let's just forge forward. Oh, I missed a trap. Did I step on that without seeing it, or how did that happen? Either way, it didn't deal any damage, and he managed to dodge it, so I'm pretty happy with that as a resolution. Let's jump up in here. Okay, nothing in the first room. We're stuck on a little bit of a track right now. Oh, what the hell is that? Apparently there are new things. What the hell is that thing? Oh my god. That thing's creepy as hell. I don't want to look at that at all. What's his stun resist? Too much? What does he count as? Oh, I don't have any unholy... Alright, human. I'm going straight for you. What does he have? 55? Let's get in here. Looks like he might have some kind of damage resist too. I don't know, maybe she just maybe she just rolled low. I'm so freaked out by him that like my numbers are all messed up right now. There it is, a little bit of damage done. Can you both bleed? Well, if you could both bleed, then you could both die, and that's about all I need from you, so... There, oh my god! No, it hurts so much! Okay, so now that I feel all stingy, his stun resist is such that I don't feel good about like going after him. I deal extra 25% damage versus unholy creatures, but wow, that was a big hit right there. That was a concerning hit. He's gonna howl. What does that do? The learning curve has been re-solidified. Did he max out our stress already? Oh my god. Okay, so... Even with really good abilities, this might be a nasty run for us. This might not go so bueno. She's actually got more HP too, from what I can tell. Yeah, she got 17 HP. Okay, so she's leveled up a little bit. We're not gonna be able to like rely on the fact that we can steamroll dudes anymore. Well, get after him. We don't have a lot of choice right now. I'm going to try and move him back in the line in just a second. And then we'll see what we can do for getting people healed up. This is a bad first room for us. Second room. Second hallway, I guess. They're bleeding a lot, too. Okay, a little bit more to throw around. A little bit more fear. I'll probably swap them in the line on the next part, so that he can start actually, like, drumming away and getting us a lot more happy. I need your rhythmic blues and your happy little jazz riffs. I think we'll be alright. We need to get ahead of this stress before it gets out of control. Okay, well then. That was an interesting introduction. So let's go ahead and move him back in the line so that he can use the inspiring tune, because I think we're going to need it. And then we'll go forward. We'll do our best. She's lost a little bit of health. Okay. If I pick up more along the way... There we go. We can do that right now. That works out okay. Fight in this room? Big fight. Oh, what the hell is that? Oh, wow, we're getting surprised a lot, too, even with full light radii. Maybe I should have thought about... They have bleed resist that's, like, super crazy. So as it stands right, I'll probably just get on him. He's going to have to shift backwards by nature of the Crusader coming forward, unfortunately. Spear thrust, so it looks like he goes backline to backline, maybe? We're going through the big front guy first, although he's got a lot of health. We may actually have to, like... Yikes. I mean, we're fine. We're not in bad shape yet, but this is actually considerably more of an endeavor than I expected. Whew. Okay, big hit right there. Alright. Let's keep him propped up for right now. Spear thrust to the front line. She's going to dodge it, being the superior in the combat. We've got a quarrel out right there. Okay, that's fine. I can deal with that ability. That ability doesn't terrify me like some of your other ones do. I'm going to try and put out another heroic strike, and I'm just going to keep stepping him back in the line until he gets there. We got ground pound. What does that do? Oh. It's like a freebie stun. That's unfortunate. An AoE stun, which is to every single line. That's brutal. Wow. Okay, so that's fine. Just like taking on board all the new abilities that are being used. I'm going to move him back right now. And Let's keep going on these unholy creatures. I think that's the big thing, too, is that I'm not able to get through this big front guy due to the fact... let's throw out a big heal right there. That's 12 to everybody. That's pretty good. Spear thrust to the front line. A dodge right there. Hell yeah, Anscott, bringing it home. We may struggle with this one a little bit. We may struggle. I'm going to keep the damage going on the big front guy because I want him to go away because ground pound is something that is not... It's quite a bit of damage for something that also gives an AoE stun across every single line. That's a big hit right there. That's a big hit right there. It's some scary stuff, I think. Let me start stacking up a couple more buffs. We've been surprised like every single combat so far too, which means that we've started every single battle out, I guess, reeling. Just reeling like a fisherman on the weekend. So I think that got a 2 right there. Unfortunately, it's better than anything she could have dropped on anybody else individually though, so I think we can make it work. The fight is taking too long though, so we need to end this pretty soon. Otherwise we're going to get trapped in fighting a fight that we're going to start getting stressed every single turn because we can't get out of combat. So there it is. I'm going to start working on this spearman. There it is. On the next turn, I'm going to try and go through and stress relieve. And then I'm also going to try and have people get healed, I think. Bayonet jab, they removed its chance to crit, so I don't think it should be able to crit us anymore. That wasn't a blast. That was a stabbing, amigo. You might want to get that one all straightened out in your headpiece here. 6 damage done right there. I'm going to keep DPSing as normal. Let's get the stress relief going because we are stacked up a little bit high. The fights are definitely taking longer. I'm going to have him heal himself right now too, just to sort of get his HP up and off the floor for whatever challenges may come. Let me throw out a heal for her, although his little banner is not really good for that. Okay, a little bit more stress gone. I'm going to keep the DPS flowing because I'm not sure if it triggers the stress mechanic based on how much damage you've dealt recently or if it triggers it based on the turn count. It's got to be something close. I think it's like the 8th turn or something that it starts to count you on. There we go. Hopefully she didn't come up first. Unfortunately. I was hoping that she would come up first so that we would be guaranteed a heal before the end of the fight. A little bit of stress gone. Okay, there we go. And that's what I wanted out of this turn. Nice little heal. And then if we can avoid ourselves, hey, a crit, I'll take it on the back end. Yeah, sure. Get that stress back down.
Devastating blow.
Okay, and we're already full up in here. That is not good. Well,
in radiance may we find victory.
I'm gonna ditch that real fast. Probably ditch that real fast just to bring it's too valuable to leave behind. Is this one of the altars we need to get rid of? Absolutely great. I would hope to get what I want is to get all the objectives done early so that once we get further in, we can evacuate at our earliest convenience and not have to worry about it. I wish we'd gotten this up. What does that do? Center the map on the party? Okay. I'm getting addle-brained right now. Go ahead and have her disable the trap. I didn't know that there was going to be new monsters, so we may stick this out a little bit longer. I had no idea that there was going to be new critters. That's pretty cool. I'm going to stay away from the books for right now because it's too much of a risk. And I don't know what item to use on them, so meh, is what it is. We've got another room right there. I don't think we need to camp just yet. Our scouting chance is really good as it stands. I'm going to try and avoid all the ancillary fights, like the ones that we really don't need to involve ourselves with along the way.
The light, the promise of safety.
Hey, we got the old JRPG style recolor. That's kind of cool. I don't know, makes me happy. I'll probably go for the Fusilier, I guess, in the early fight. She needs to be healed anyway, so might as well get it out there. I'm going to start stacking up that crit, that accuracy, and that speed so that we can move first. Unfortunately, it doesn't really... What can I do right here with what I have? I can just go after the bloodletter. This is actually not so bad. He's called a bloodletter because he writes a lot of letters, and so his fingers bleed. And so it's not actually... He doesn't, like, cut people or anything. He's just sort of... I don't know. He's misnamed in an unfortunate way. I guess I'll probably just get in here and DPS. You got time to fiddle with this stuff. He's probably gonna... Ooh, it depends what that does, though. If that actually crits, that can cause you a fair amount of pain. Or an unfair amount of pain, I suppose, depending on how you look at it. God.
Such a terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
Okay.
Mortality clarified in a single strike.
I keep buffing the speed. It's our only hope at this point. Yeah, we're gonna lose people. Oh!
More dust, more ashes. ashes.
Okay, we're out.
More
Yep, gonna have to bail out pretty quickly. Just as like a self-preservation tactic. I can't afford to lose that many like high-tier guys in one fight. And since we just lost our entire front line, I'm thinking that since these losses have taken on a bit of a bite, we gotta get ourselves out of here. Fortunately, it doesn't appear to be letting us out. I'm hoping... Come on. There we go.
Wise general cuts losses and regroups.
Oh, we cut losses. They cut deep.
Wounds to be tended.
Well, that's it. We lost like some of our mainline characters all in one fight right there. And it was within 2 moves too. Like we got critted for 14 and then we got critted for like 10 right after that. I gotta go back and watch it, but yeah, not much we could do about that one. It was just sort of like bad things happen and you just gotta kind of roll with it. The unfortunate thing here is that it means that I've got to sit around and farm up some more characters because I think we just lost... Who did we lose? We lost one of our barbarians. And we lost... That's actually kind of a tough place to be in because you can't... I don't feel like we're leveled up enough for that dungeon right there. I feel like we need to level up more, and yet it won't let us level up more because you can't go to the lower level missions. Like, that's the first thing that I would do right there is we got decimated within 4 rooms. And so... I would regroup and re-level, but you can't do that with the way that the game works. Unfortunately, I don't know where else to go with that one right there. We've replaced one of our characters. We've got Bosk. I'll probably bring in Bosk right now. We're a little bit low on cash, so I think we're probably going to have to do lobby missions for a little bit.
Savagery make for a powerful ally.
I'll probably bring in another Reveres because we need healers. And maybe, yeah, we don't have a whole lot of other options right now. Some people are going to have to sit tight and just hang out with their stress for right now because that was such a... Wow, we got annihilated. I should have camped before we left too, but I didn't want to risk another fight. How do we want to do this? Well, oh, that one's got a legendary right there. Well, I guess we'll do that one then, won't we? Let's take Reveres. This might not go so well. I'd like to bring a couple people along. What are your skills? I can't afford to respec anybody right now, so unfortunately they're just going to have to like have what they have. He's got rabies and the runs. Okay. We may want to like intersperse this party with people that are a little bit more efficient at the whole like killy business. Let's bring Sister Dee Dee along instead of him. I'd like to get that legendary out of this if we can manage it, so it's okay. We'll recover. We'll regroup. Everything's going to be alright. We're hurting right now, for sure. But... it is what it is, I guess, to finish my sentence there. Alright, so having been seated here, let me see what we can get moving. I think we can recover. We took like a harsh blow right there, though. I'm going to leave that alone until we find some medicinal herbs or something. We've got a decent party right now, so we should be able to breeze our way through this, I think, anyways. I'm going to try and keep the light radius up. I'm going to try and play this very, very carefully. This is kind of a split, it's kind of a splayed out dungeon, though, unfortunately. So we're going to have to walk a long way in one direction and then a long way in the other direction. There we go. A little bit of extra food and cash, which is what we need for right now. Luckily, the game is not, like, losable from where it stands right now. Like, if your characters get killed, you sort of just have to restart from scratch. And our entire A-team was not destroyed. It's just that, like... A considerable portion of our frontline A-team was destroyed. I'm going to try and go after her with finish him. And unfortunately, we're going to catch a dodge that's a double dodge, 2 in a row. Unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Can't catch a break today. It's okay, though. I didn't bring my mitt, so it sort of explains the whole thing. Going to get Ren for the old gods out on the second line right there, but he's going to resist the damage that has been sent out. Go hook and slice on her, maybe. Oh, it still didn't get her. Damn. Just can't get rid of that girl. She's hanging on. She's hanging on to a dagger and also to life. There we go. Our 20 damage crit right there. I don't think anybody... Yeah, nobody's really got too much stress right now, but I like seeing crits in the first place. They make me feel hopeful. Get a hit out right there. Hits out right there. And then we'll try and finish him off before the next turn. It looks like Biron's going to have the first swipe at him. I think we are going to have to optimize our party a little bit before we go into the veteran missions. I think that we have to like really, really promote synergy within our ranks if we want that to work the way that, you know, just from the little preview I've seen so far. Nasty. Very, very nasty. We'll have to figure it out along the way, though. We've got a scouting roll right there. We're going to get attacked. First thing on the next room, what are we doing? We're removing infected corpses or activating infected corpses? All right. Whatever. This fight could really get out of hand, so I would prefer to eliminate them before it gets any worse. So there's one out of the way. And any damage that I can deal to this individual is like what I want to do. I like how he's still got a little glove on his hand inside of there. It's a little like a details like that. He's like not a whole skeleton, but he's still got like a little glove on. He's still got like these emblematic things of being human at one point or another. I don't have any medicinal herbs for that, so I can't cure it out. If I need food really badly later on, we'll come back and give it a try. But for right now, we're going to walk on past it. Got too much food anyways. And then we're into another big fight, one that could potentially stack us up with a considerable amount of blight, and also one that could make us suffer a couple of crits. Maybe it's the armor that I've neglected. That's like one of the things that I haven't upgraded on any of my characters because I haven't had the money. And so I'm thinking maybe our problem with that is that I have not upgraded our armor enough, and so we're getting hit too consistently. Oh, got to dodge the back line right there, unfortunately. I'm trying to attack and get rid of backline guys so that we don't get blighted up in the early range of this fight, or the early moments of the fight, but unfortunately, our hit rate is just really sort of just like touching us in horrible places right now. Back line right there. Okay, so that's one down. We still have to worry about groping strike too, which is bad. Especially if she continues to keep getting critted.
About to break.
Sometimes I wish the voiceover matched up a little bit better. Like, nobody's dazed, nobody's reeling, nobody's about to break. Like, none of those statements you just made were true in the slightest. And yet he still says them. Like, well, it's the only script that I had, man. I just gotta go ahead and just, like, say stuff. They gave me the piece of paper, now I gotta read off of it. Maybe, like, make them match up with what's actually happening on screen, though, because that actually, like, breaks me out of kind of, like, the mold. It breaks me out of, I guess I'll go after him for right now, but it breaks me out of the immersion factor when, like, the things that he says, they don't match up with what's going on screen. Okay, throw a heal out to right there. Try and keep people standing. This is the new Vestal, so obviously her heals are going to be a little bit inferior. I didn't have money to respec her either, so that's what it is. We're kind of playing this on new game mode right now, where we're going to have to, like, muscle our way through this medium run the hard way. Dodge right there again. Did they, like, let me take a look. I didn't take a look at Bounty Hunter's accuracy. I don't know, maybe they nerfed it or something. I don't know, we've been getting a lot of dodges today. I don't know if hit rate in general's been moved around or what's been going on. But I've definitely been feeling as though we've been missing a lot today. More so than usual. More so than usual. Probably perceptional, though. Usually is.
A trifling victory.
Having defeated our foes here.
Nonetheless.
Oh, we've got a... Oh! Well, the one back there might have been for the other quest. Hold on, let's go back. Let's go back. That might have been for us over here. Let me see. Yeah. Cool. Well, we might get out of here easy peasy lemon squeezy, possibly. Just walk backwards, you noobs. You'll be fine. Like, I don't know. This is a new thing. I don't know if you know anything about medieval culture, but we don't really like new things. Walking backwards seems like really, really bad luck. Like, well, you could turn around and just walk that way. Be like, whoa, 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 whoa. These are dangerous ideas here. Don't make me report you to the magistrate.
With misintent.
As opposed to, like, the magic crooked. The magic crooked? I think that works. The magic curved? There we go. I like that better. The magic curved. Way better than the magistrate. Got a couple of big fights coming in that we're going to have to deal with. This one's going to be right up in our face in the front. It's another grouping of these little plague monsters, but I think we'll be alright. We've got most of our business done already within the dungeon, so if we can track down that one final corpse, I think we'll be in a great place to move into the future. I'll probably still try and raid the place for loot, but I might break the episode off and just kind of like run these guys through here, because obviously I'm going to try and do the grinding off camera. So if I have to like level up characters to like level 3 or whatever, I'm going to try and do that off camera such that you guys don't have to suffer through me leveling people back up to go into veteran mode. I may farm out a little bit of cash too. I don't know. Either way, though, one thing I can tell you is that going into veteran without armor upgraded seems to have done like a considerable amount of pain. It can cost us. That's the thing, is when you learn lessons in this game, it always costs you. It always costs you. The lessons are not free. They always come with scars and dead bodies. And one of them was one of our starting launch characters, which is disappointing. I was hoping I could take Ronald all the way from the beginning to the end. Groping swipe right there. It's going to miss. Maybe buy us a little bit more time, but I'd rather just finish the fight off quickly.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
We have no keys left, so that's locked. I'll see if we can find a key later on that'll make us able to deal with that problem. Next room! Our party is actually pretty functional from every position, so I'm not actually that worried about this fight. With more specialized groups, I would be. But, like, that's pretty much, like, the worst that can happen is right there. That's pretty much it. Like, these guys still function in the front line perfectly fine. Like, everything is still good. I think they even function from the back line if you've got them with, like, yeah, with hook and slice. So, frankly, even with finish him, they're still good to go. I mean, they really can't do much to our line. Let's just start from the front. It doesn't matter. Start cleaving our way through. On the plus side, that did fix a bunch of stuff for us, too, with our Barbarian, our Hellion. So that's cool. I didn't equip her with her thing, did I? We had, like, a blue thing for her, didn't we? I don't know. I'm bad with trinkets. Let's go ahead and throw out a dodge. A Dodiga. I like it. Let's go for a heal on her, maybe. That seems alright. I have no qualms with that issue. I like the word qualm. It's a fun word. It seems like a book of the Bible. We shall read from Qualms. Chapter 4, verse 3. Everyone, open up your songbooks to Qualms. Alright, so a little bit of damage right there. Eldritch Pull. This could... She still has frontline attacks, though, so even so, that's still not really messing with my plans that much. This party is very, very resilient to being moved around. Alright, so she'll die. Oh, no, she got resistance. Okay, so let's get rid of her right now. And that leaves us... Our stress is doing really, really well for a party that has no real way to deal with stress. What does Hook and Slice actually do? It's got a damage modifier, but, like, it doesn't appear to actually be that good. I guess it's just an ability he can use from the back line, but then the question remains, why would you ever use it over Finish Him? Because Finish Him has 3 crit mod, 80 accuracy. This has a damage debuff, a lower crit mod, and lower accuracy. It functions for the same purpose, I guess, would be the thing that I'm pointing out right now. I don't know. It just doesn't seem to do much for me. Let's finish this guy off, see if we can get the hell out of this combat, because honestly, I'm tired of being shifted around. We got enemies that are very shifty during this fight, and I'm not okay with it. She's the only one that's not going to be able to act unless she's in the front, too. This party is actually doing really, really well for having been moved around as much as they have. There. No! I was all ready to call this fight to a close, too. How dare you, sir? How dare you? A little bit more damage done, and we are out of here. Ooh, big cash Skrilla sitting around right there. All right, get ourselves that guap, that cheddar, that Gouda, that Swiss, so that when we get back into town, we can throw that stuff around and get ourselves paid. Paid like it's payday. Let's see here. We'll go... What was that? Go back to the front. Just disarm these mushrooms. Like, I'll disarm these mushrooms. My mouth, and that's what she did.
Curious is the trap maker's art.
Oh, right.
Unwitnessed by his own eyes.
I think you need something to make this work better. I don't know. Did I try band-aids? I know band-aids work on the spider webs, right? That didn't do anything either. I'm just playing around with items. I'm not going to look it up. Don't tell me. Don't tell me to look it up. Don't make me do it. I'm trying to do this blind. It's the only thing I have left. It's the only thing I have left that's undiscovered in the game, and I just want to play around with items, even if it costs me money. You got to play around with items in game, or maybe you just looked it up. I don't know. I'm not that kind of person. I don't look things up like the second I get a game and just like figure out what does what. I gotta just like learn it along the way. Nah, I don't have the hardcore like pro bone in me. I'm not pro bone, I guess. It is what it is. Pro boned? Yeah, that'll work. That's left. I'll try and remember that that's got treasure in it so we can come back if we find a key later on. So I think that would be worth it. Get ourselves a couple thou more gold in there. But honestly, I think we're about out of time for this episode. So I'm going to trek back over here. Maybe we'll do this room and then I'll break it off. We'll call it a half and half. That always puts me in a weird spot though with my episodes. This game is very, very difficult to record in that respect to get like things in. You're either rushing or you're going too slow and you're having to split dungeons in half. And both phenomena annoy people equally. So it's just like, eh. Is that ours right there? That is not ours right there. In we go. Was that the activated corpse that we needed? I'm going to be disappointed if it is. On this side, a loot sack. My favorite container for assorted loot. No, I actually like the big treasure chest that looks super epic. There you go. She's going to do better this time around. Load up our light radius.
A blazing star is born.
Well, we might be able to get out of here in time. Let me try for it. Let me try for it. I got the stream in like the next little bit, and so it's making me nervous. I'm trying to get things. I don't like to rush into the stream. It makes me feel bad. I feel shitty when I rush into a stream, basically. Because then I'm all addled, and I can't be funny, and I can't come up with things to say, and it's just like, ugh. I have trouble keeping up with the chat because like I'm all burned out. It's just like, when things go wrong pre-stream, oh, it's so upsetting. It's so upsetting. That contains loot.
Wealth beyond measure.
Got some holy water right there. I think we might be able to use that on something that we walked past thus far, although I'm not recalling what it was. Dig that out right there. We're all out of shovels, so we're going to want to work our way around impasses if at all possible. Next room, we got a scout going right there. Hey, a couple more rooms that we might be able to interact with. Relic rooms, at least. Rooms that might have shiny, cool stuff in them. Another dead body. Not my problem. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think those count. I think we're looking for actually, like, the corpses. Gonna go ahead and do that right there. Get ourselves fed because people are looking famished. And a big fight in this room. A big fight in this room, in fact. I'll give it a double big, just in case. I finally went and I bought a new TV this week. I've never bought a TV before. And so it's like one of those adult purchases that I made that I was pretty happy about. And I'm like, yay, I did an adult thing. And so I got a TV. That was pretty fun. I had a good time shopping for it, so I think that it all worked out. And that was an accident. I didn't mean to hit him. I meant to hit her. It's okay. We can clean this up right here unless we get a dodge. But yeah, I bought a TV because my old TV is still like a CRT. It's like a 32-inch CRT from back in the day. And I kept the other TV because it has like the AV ports I need to play like old games. And so it's got the AV ports. It's got the extra coaxials. Like, it looks really, really good. And so it's great for like classic gaming. However, for like modern gaming, I think it's like a 720p CRT. I got it right before like actual HD TVs came out. It's like 720i or something, and it was starting to get outdated. And I was like, you know what? I'm trying to set up my game room right now. I record in my game room. That's where I am right now. And I've got like this big empty corner, and I wanted to take the CRT TV over there. And I'm getting a Super Nintendo from my friend tomorrow, and so I'm gonna have the Super Nintendo, the Genesis, the Dreamcast, the SNES. I'm sorry, I said the N64. You know, I'm going to have like all my classic systems, my PlayStation, everything lined up on the old 32-inch here in this room so that if I want to play classic games, I can do that. And then I'm going to keep like the PS4 and everything else in the living room so I can play that if I want to on the new TV. And the difference is night and day. Like, I don't know. Having had a 720p TV for so long, hooked it up last night and watched a movie on it. I watched The Heat, and it's pretty awesome. I'm really, really happy with the purchase. Like, it's been a long time since I updated my TV, and so I felt like I just like earned it for like hustling, you know, getting stuff done. We got stashed heirlooms over here. Unfortunately, there's an impasse over here, so we'll have to go around. You know what? We still got a camp menu left. We'll offset the stress with the camp menu. It'll be all right.
You must rely on flesh and indefatigable purpose.
Indefatigable, huh? Indefatigable. Ah, there's our last one. So that's fine. That's going to be the end of the dungeon anyways. I'm probably not going to fight the ambush over and in there. We'll go ahead and cleanse that thing. Let's take our rest for the time being. We made a little bit of cash. Not a lot, but a little bit. I'll go ahead and let them take some stress relief right now. On this side, this is how we do it. I don't think he's got anything for me right now. We got Pep Talk. We got Sanctuary. Oh, wow. I actually need to move their abilities around a little bit. Yeah, they don't have a whole lot of like reduction abilities. Let's take Sanctuary. I guess we'll go for a chant on her. It's not really going to do much for us, but it's all that we've got for right now. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all that we've got. I'm going to go ahead and have them trade buffs, I guess. Kind of keep the stress resist down, I suppose. And then we're out of time, I think. So, can I leave from right here? Oh, I can. Alright, well that solves the issue entirely. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Darkest Dungeon. I look forward to seeing you in future episodes. Let me know down below. This is the last one that I'm going to record for right now. Let me know in the comments what you want to see. If you want the game to keep going and you want to do the hard modes, we can still press along with the hard modes. I can do the grinding on the side and get that all done so that we can check that out. I'll see you all later. Hi to everybody. Sorry about that quick edit for the people that wanted to see what we got. We got Accuracy, we got Scouting Chance, we got Pluto or Photomania, we got Warrens. And so we got Bloodthirsty, which means we can't heal her anymore once she goes crazy. Or sometimes she won't get healed at all. We'll only go to the brothel, and we'll only... Well, Diurno's not bad. That's a gimme. Anyways, hi, do.